welcome back to my channel. Today I have some exciting news. You can probably already tell from the title of this video, but we are pregnant and with our second child. If you follow this channel, you'll know I already have a 2-year-old toddler called Elena, who is currently sulking behind the camera and doesn't want to be in this video. Yeah, but I'm currently about 8 weeks pregnant. So in the UK, it's at that point that you have your what's called a booking appointment. If you don't know what that is, in the UK it's your first time seeing the midwife. There she is. First time seeing the midwife. And basically they spend about an hour with you going through so much detail of your family history, and they weigh you. It's the only time they do your weight and height and calculate your BMI in the UK for your entire pregnancy. So you get weighed that one time just to check how you're doing at the very start, and then they don't weigh you again. They do measure your stomach during the kind of third trimester, but that's the last time I'll have to endure getting weighed. I'm getting told that my BMI is a little bit over the 25 just now. So in terms of symptoms, in the 6 to 8 week period, I have been really suffering, and I don't remember it being this bad with Elena, so I'm not sure if I've just conveniently forgotten or whether it wasn't this bad. And you know, I guess in some ways you kind of wonder if it's a different kind of pregnancy. Could it be a boy this time? Who knows? But I have been so ill this pregnancy, and it's really soul destroying. So totally sick, and that's been making me feel really exhausted as well. And funnily enough, so-called morning sickness for me really kind of lasts all day, but it's worst at about dinner time. It kicks in around sort of 5, 6, 7 p.m, about the time I would usually be making and eating my dinner. And actually for the past week, I think I've only managed to eat dinner once, and it was basically a toddler portion. Elena, what are you doing? She's bringing out her bike. And it was basically a toddler portion that I could manage before I got to the stage where I just felt like I couldn't fit any more in, or else I would feel sick. There were a couple of days where I started eating dinner and then I threw it back up, which was really horrible. I was also away with work one day this week down in Birmingham, and I thought it would be a good idea to take the train, but never again. That 4-hour train journey was probably the worst train journey of my life. I spent the whole entire time just trying to take deep breaths, trying to not throw up. Luckily I hadn't really eaten very much, so I managed to not be sick. But as soon as I got home, I literally ran to the toilet and threw up, so I'd obviously been keeping it for the journey home. Sorry about her in the background. She is determined not to go and play in our playroom while I film this video. She's determined to play in here in the conservatory, despite it being freezing cold. And despite the fact that she won't be in the video with me, but she wants to be in the background, so yeah, I'm talking about you. In terms of other symptoms then, I've also been getting headaches, which again I don't remember having before with Elena, but I had a look online and apparently it is quite a common first trimester symptom, so I'm getting them all this time around apparently. So Elena's finally decided to come in the video with me, provided she gets a rocket lolly. Is that nice? Yummy. So like I was saying, I feel like I'm getting all the symptoms this time around, all the bad ones. I've also felt things going on inside my abdomen, and I know this is obviously really early on, but I think being my second pregnancy, like my uterus has expanded really fast. Like my midwife did say that at the booking appointment, that everything kind of seems to be ready and waiting for the baby to grow. I felt like I could feel tightening and kind of stretching feelings. It's quite an unusual feeling, and it's not something like that you would associate with gas or any other bodily functions. It's quite, I don't know, I think I recognised it from when I was pregnant before, so I think I felt my uterus expanding a little bit this time. It was just a little bit uncomfortable, but then beyond that, since that was probably about 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago. Yeah.
I thought I'd eat a lolly.
Did you eat a lolly? Yes. Yeah. Since then I've not really felt anything, so apart from the nausea, the sickness, the headaches, the tiredness, I'm so tired. I quite often fall asleep when I'm putting Elena to bed. Here's your baby. I quite often fall asleep when I'm putting Elena to bed, and then after I kind of wake up and like dozing on her rug, I'll wake up and she's fast asleep in her bed, and then I'll creep out and then come downstairs, let the dog out, and then honestly, like, I can't be bothered doing anything else, and that's usually when I get all my housework done. But just now the house is a bit of a riot because by that time, when it's usually around the back of 8:30, I'm just like, I sit down and think, like, you've got a lolly, that's right. A rocket lolly, that's right. I'll sit down and think, you know what, I just have to go to bed, and I'll crawl up to bed and the dog will happily follow me, and my husband will come in from work and be like, why is everyone in bed? But I'm so exhausted. Yeah, so I'm sleeping for about 11 hours at night, but then I'm still really tired, particularly again about that 5 to 7 p.m. time. There have been a couple of days where it's got to that time and I've literally just said, like, my husband's luckily been off, and I said to him, like, can you bath Elena? I have to go to bed, like, I feel so ill. I've just lain in bed while he gets her ready for her bed. But she won't go down with him while I'm there, so she'd crawl into bed with me instead. But yeah, so totally sickness, tiredness, motivation has been like slim to none. Like, motivation to do anything, not just like housework, but even just to like get dressed. Not for you? Is your motivation okay? Yeah, you're still motivated, aren't you? To play? Yeah, you got your beautiful plaits. Are you showing everyone your beautiful... Look! Look at my beautiful plaits. Yeah. She wanted plaits like Anna, Elsa and Rapunzel today, didn't you? Yeah, so what was I saying? I was saying, oh yeah, going to bed really early and still feeling exhausted throughout the entire day and not having any motivation to do anything. So that includes like even just getting like my makeup on and getting it out of my pyjamas if I'm having a day of working from home or something. It's just motivation to do anything is a real struggle. I really have to force myself. Although one thing I say, I got a new Dyson this week and I have been obsessed with hoovering the place. I don't know if that's like a cleanliness mother thing kicking in, but I've been obsessed with hoovering the place. But when it comes to like the toys all over the floor, as long as it's clean, if it's untidy, I don't care. I go to bed and deal with the mess in the morning. I think those are the main symptoms at this stage, according to my app, which is I use both. I've got two apps. I've got the Baby Centre one and the Pregnancy Plus, which I use them both. I quite like both of them. I think I used the Pregnancy Plus when I was pregnant with Elena the first time, and when I downloaded that or like renewed it, it wanted me to pay a subscription, which I'm not into, so I think I can only get it for the first trimester for free, but the Baby Centre app is free, so I downloaded that too. But it says that the baby's about the size of a grape, so it's about that size, and already has, yes, and the baby already has like arms and legs, and its little feet and hands, like the webbing is coming away, so starting to get eyelids, so really starting to look, yeah, you've got your baby here, haven't you? You love your baby, don't you?
Got baby.
Yeah, has Mummy got a baby on her tummy? Yeah. And here, that's right, and here, that's right.
Left it, Mummy and Tummy.
Yes, that's right. Baby and Mummy's tummy.
No, Mummy tummy.
Elena was in Mummy's tummy a long time ago. Where was I? Yeah, so the baby's starting to look like a real baby and not a kind of just like a, I guess like a fetus. I guess it still is a fetus, but it's starting to take on the form of a baby, even though it's so tiny still, which I just think is amazing. So I think that is all of my symptoms for this first couple of weeks. You don't see Abby anywhere? Is she in the garden? She's playing in the garden. The dog's in the garden.
Doggy?
Yeah, doggy's in the garden. I won't be uploading this video until after I get to the 12-week point. Alright, Elena. She's all cut. That's right, Abby the dog had a haircut. I won't be uploading this until after I reach the 12-week mark, because I like to wait till the 12-week mark and get my scan to know that everything's okay before announcing it to anyone. So the only people who know just now are my husband, obviously, and our parents, but no one else knows. So after we get to the 12-week mark, I'll start uploading these kind of backdated videos, but so excited. We're so looking forward to finding out the gender and knowing whether we can reuse all of Elena's things or whether we're going to have to buy brand new things. One other thing that's probably been in my mind, I think because I have had such pronounced pregnancy symptoms this time around compared to what I remember from last time, although it could just be my memory, because they're so pronounced compared to last time from what I remember, I have been having that... Okay, darling, I can see her, I can hear her barking. I have had the panic that there could be 2 babies in there. My dad is a fraternal twin, and it skipped a generation, so my dad and his twin didn't have any twins, but my dad's brother, his daughter just had twins, so my cousin had twins, so it skipped a generation. Like their kids didn't have twins, but my cousin just had twins. So I do kind of have that fear at the back of my mind that maybe it's so pronounced because there are 2 babies in there. I have no clue. I could just have to wait and see, but it kind of terrifies me because my first thought was actually, can we fit, are there 2 more Isofix bits in our car? Like we have we just actually ordered a new car. We just bought a new Volkswagen. I can't even remember what it's called. It's not even arrived yet. And it's just like a kind of big saloon version. I have a Golf just now, but it was getting a little bit small for family road trips and things, so we got a bigger one. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, I'll insert it in here when I find out. It's kind of my first thought, if it's twins, like literally could we fit 3 car seats in the back seat? I don't know, but we'll cross that bridge if we come to it. The idea as well, what I thought this time around I would be able to save so much money because we already have the co-sleeper that goes beside the bed, like the kind of crib. We have Elena's cot, and she'll be out of our cot bed by then and in a proper single bed. And so I didn't think I would have to buy any of that stuff. And we've got a pram. Obviously, we've got our Silver Cross pram, which we were going to reuse. Yeah, so obviously that fear is in the back of my head, but I guess probably by the time this video's up, I'll probably also know if it's 1 baby or 2. It probably is 1. I'm probably just being paranoid, but I guess there's every possibility that there could be 2. And that's pretty scary. Anyway, that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe if you want to follow this pregnancy journey and the general journey of our family. See you next one. Bye. 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 See you next time.